I'm excited about the things that we have included for you in this week's activity box. One of the things that we have in here is some opportunities for read aloud stories. Reading is so important, and when your family member has lost that ability to read independently on their own, then this is the opportunity for you to have a special time together where you read to them. This could be something, even if you have some special books that they have read in the past or some favorites that they currently would enjoy, take some of that time to read those stories. Take a chapter or a few pages at a time and use that as a way to connect and engage them in wonderful time traveling and imagination with stories. I love that. We have included some suggestions and helpful things that you need to know when you are reading a story out loud to your loved one. Take some time to go through that and read through that carefully, because it talks about your pitch and your pauses and how to prepare to read these stories out loud and get the most out of that experience. So important. Highly encourage the opportunity this summer to enjoy a good story together. So this is also, we include two short stories, and this is where one has an audience participation. That's always fun, where everybody can be engaged together and active in those short stories. We also have another short story is on a train, a runaway train at that, and it's a great little short story that includes several pictures that go along with it. So this is great that they have some visuals to go along with this story, and it's also a great opportunity to do some reminiscing. Maybe they have worked for the railroad. Maybe their family member has. If they were like my kids when they were growing up, maybe they love to count how long the train is and waited for, I know my favorite thing was waiting for the caboose at the end of the train. That was always exciting. Or maybe there's a moment where you recall just dreading the train passing by on the railroad track because you were in a hurry, and it was always an interesting story of when a train can delay you in your day when you're in a rush, right? So there's some wonderful things to just reminisce and reflect and enjoy about trains in so many different ways. Some of them may have even collected trains. Maybe they have built their own little train track in their home as a hobby. So there's a lot of places you can go with that short story, and I encourage you to, again, pick up stories throughout the summer and have that time that you can reflect with them together and spend that time with them. We have also, in addition to that, I've included a printout of 100 movies. How about that? 100 movie recommendations for seniors. And these are some fantastic ones that you may not have even thought of in a long time. That these are things from the past that they will connect with and enjoy. Of course, I try not to encourage sitting in front of the TV for a long periods of time to entertain them. But on occasion, it's nice to be able to enjoy one of the oldies, one of the things that they've enjoyed a lot, whether it was a Western or some other great classic. On here, we have Grumpy Old Men, or on Golden Pond, there are just The Sound of Music. How awesome is that? Or The Odd Couple, always made me laugh. But there are some wonderful ideas on some different movies that maybe y'all can have a wonderful time as a family to enjoy some of those movies from the past. And then, of course, we always like to include a coloring page, an adult coloring page for you. So you will find that in there as well. And, if you don't need all these this week, then put them to the side and save them for a rainy day or another occasion where you need that resource and need to find something to engage your family or to do together. And that's a great way to be able to pull something out and use as a resource. So I hope you enjoy that. This week, we are going to do a really fun craft. It's sunflowers. I love sunflowers. And I have a few fun facts about sunflowers. One thing that many of us have probably seen, because I love to eat sunflower seeds. Some people like them roasted. There's just a lot of fun things about sunflowers that I enjoy. One is I know that they always follow the sun. But also here in the center of the sunflower, they have thousands of tiny seeds. It's just amazing to me. and that they can also be used once the petals are already gone on a sunflower. The center part, which this was a fun fact, I'm looking over here on my cheat sheet, that once the flower heads are empty of seeds, they can be converted into disposable scrubbing pads. Personally, I've never tried that, but now I'm curious, so I might have to try that. But have you ever been in a field of sunflowers? They're beautiful. If you have not had the opportunity to take a nice ride somewhere and just see a big field of sunflowers, put that on your list to do at some point. It is wonderful. I had the great experience of doing that with my family, and we weren't even doing it on purpose. We're actually headed one fall to pick apples. We wanted to get some apples for Grace Arbor apple pies, and along the way we see a field of sunflowers, and we stopped right away and just had the best time going through those field of sunflowers. It's just a great experience. But a lot of fun information is that they have had a history of healing. I did not know that as well. It said a number of Native American tribes agreed with the plant's curing properties, that it also soothed chest pain, treated kidneys, and pulmonary troubles. I did not know that. That was a fun fact. And so maybe you're learning something new about sunflowers as well. So if you haven't ever had an opportunity to try even to plant a sunflower, try it. They can grow as tall as 16 feet tall. That's pretty interesting. But sunflowers are just beautiful, and especially when you have them in a field. So we're going to make some today. And one of the things that we will be exercising during this activity is our pincer grasp. And that is something with dementia that typically becomes more and more challenging and difficult to do when we're working with our gross motor skills. And so this will be an activity that will definitely give them a good workout with the pincer grasp. So what you will need to use is a bottle of glue, and you should have some. And again, I mentioned this last week, if you are running low on glue or any other supplies with our activities, please give me an email or a text and just let me know so I can make sure that you get a new supply of that, because I don't want you to get these supplies and not be able to do your activity because you didn't have what you needed. So you'll need a bottle of glue. You should also have several things in your box to do this activity, and that is a bag of sunflower seeds. Don't eat these. These have been dyed. They've been colored. So these are kind of a yellow-orange color. And then you have a few black ones in there. So the particular bag, you're going to sort, okay? You're going to empty this one out. Let's just go ahead and do it. You're going to empty this one out. Just dump it out on your table somewhere. Okay? And then I want you to just take all of these little black seeds right there and put them in a pile. Okay? Let's just do a little sorting. That's always a good activity. And it's tricky picking these up, isn't it? But I like the bright colors. They're easy to see. Oh, they're sticking to me. So just go ahead and, there's not a whole lot of black ones, so it's not a lot of sorting. Let's see. Almost got it. Wonderful. Look at that. All right, so I don't know if you can see my black seeds. Can you get there? Okay, and then I have my pile of yellow ones. Okay, so just put those to the side. Ah, they're sticky. And then you're going to have a bag of green seeds. Okay, again, none of these are edible. We've colored these. Kim had her and her group take care of that. So you're going to pull those out and put them in a pile. So I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get over here where you can see a little bit better. I have my green pile. Pull it down for you. There you go. There's my green pile, my black pile, and my yellow pile, yellow-orange color. The next thing that you're going to need is your mat for your picture. This will just kind of be a nice finishing touch for your sunflower picture. And then, lastly, you should have a little board with a sunflower on it. If the sunflower drawing on here is too light for your loved one to see, then just take a Sharpie or a dark pen and outline that to make it darker so they can see the petals and everything on here. Just take some time and hit pause on the video and just go ahead and outline that if you need to. And if they can see it, fine, don't worry about it. But that will be very helpful for them. Okay, so what we're going to do, get my picture aside, over here is we're going to get our glue. Take off your top. Let's see. Open it up. And what I'm going to do, you know, every video I do this, I just use my finger. But if you have a Q-tip or a paintbrush or anything like that, feel free to use that. I just like to be messy. And what I'm going to do is what I typically do with a lot of our projects. I just go ahead and squirt the glue on the project. Okay, it's going to dry clear, so even if you have some that go outside of the drawing, it's okay, because it will not mess up your picture. Okay, I put a lot of glue on there, but these seeds probably need it. And I'm just going to rub it around the picture. Yeah, there it is. I love this. I like to do that with that glue. It's almost like finger painting, but not. Okay, enough of my silliness. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our black, and we're going to put that right in the middle. Let me show you the picture again. See how the black is right here in the center? That is what we're going to do with the little black seeds. I'm going to get that. And I am going to cover up that round circle right there in the middle. Okay? Just going to take your seeds, and there is no right or wrong way to place those black seeds in the middle. Okay? And if you have more black seeds than what you need, that's all right too. You don't need to use every single one of them if you don't need to. Okay? So I am just taking them and placing them in a circle all the way around. Pretty. And this is something that you can do a little at a time. Do not feel rushed to finish this project when you start it. You decide when you're done with it, okay? All right, there is my centerpiece right there. Okay, now I am going to work on putting the little orange yellow ones on the board. Okay, and I know there's a lot of different petals in there, but you just place them anywhere on there. I hope you can see me doing this. Let's see. And I'm just going to go around and place my sunflowers all over the board where I see petals. And I'm not going to try to worry about putting my seeds down to look just like those petals. I'm just going to cover those petals up with the seeds, okay? And that's all you need to do is just go around and fill it in with color. It's a great exercise for your pincer grasp. And it's great because these are bright colors and easy to see. And if you enjoy this activity and you decide that you want to do more of these, then what I encourage you to do is, if you have a printer at home and a device where you can go on Pinterest or anywhere out on the internet and look for sunflower pictures or drawings and print one out, and then get some pumpkin seeds and some other little beans. We just have little beans over here, and what you'll do is just you'll dye those the colors that you need. So if it's a sunflower, you'll definitely make them this color, and that would be a fun project together. And then once all of those are dyed the color that you need, then you would do what we're doing right now, is filling them in. It's a good, like I said, it's a good exercise for your pincer grasp. So I'm going to continue to fill these in all over. All right, see how I'm just filling those in, and it's just starting to really evolve on that. And then when I'm done with all of my yellow petals with the seeds, I'm going to come down at the bottom and get my stem and my leaves, and those are going to be green. You notice doing that right there. Just going to follow that along all the way up. And it is messy. You do get the glue on you, and it kind of, so you might need a little wipey or wet paper towel or something. And that's fine. And you just keep filling in your beans. Look at this. So excited. So I'm going to continue to fill in my beans for my leaf and my stem, and still fill in everything for my petals. And when I'm done, it's going to look like this. And when we're done with all of our seeds, you're going to want it to let that dry for a while. It's probably will take a day or so to dry, depending on how much glue that you use. But another thing that you want to do at the very end is take your glue bottle, and I want you to go around the edge of your paper on the board, much like we did with the monogram boards. I just did a line of glue all the way around. I'm not going to spread it out. Won't need to. See? Just did a line all the way around. And I'm going to take my little matting that's been cut out, and I'm going to lay it on top of my board. And that will need to dry as well. And it's going to hang over the board. It's not going to line up perfectly, and it's meant to do that. So you'll notice on the back, it's okay. Look at that. I love this. This is so fun. Oh, so I'm going to mess it up. So I hope you enjoyed this activity, and do let it dry and set, and then I would love to see your pictures. Glenda, I love the work that you've been doing and posting. Tom, you have also done a great job. I want to see Leslie and Carol and Mark. You guys work on this project, and then when you get a chance, send us a picture, because we really want to see how yours turned out. But I do hope that y'all enjoy this, and I hope you are staying safe and staying well, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys real soon. I hope you have a great weekend.